Yo, what's up? This is XP, and this is the first video of the free bootcamp, which is gonna be um, kind of an introduction for trading and what is it. So basically, we're gonna talk about first of all, what is trading, right? Well, basically, trading is buying and selling. That's it. When you buy an apple and the the seller gets the money and you get the apple, that's trading. Okay. So this is just trading, but stocks, right? Stocks could be crypto, could be there are different kind of things that you can trade, right? But we're talking about right now, for example, crypto or NQ or all right. So now keeping that in mind, I'm gonna start with the first thing that I think that it's important, and it's gonna be the risk management, right? Um, what is risk management? It's basically saving your money in the long term, all right? For example, if you have $100 and you wanna make money with that $100, first of all, you of course need a, a strategy, right? So you forward test your strategy. You don't go back test. You forward test your strategy. You find your edge. You know what works, what doesn't work. And for example, let's say that I take a trade and I take a short. For example, I take a short, right? So I take a short. I use risk 1% of my money and I get a TPO, right? So I get a 1%. This is a 1 to 5. So I risk 1% to gain 5%. All right. So now I'm up 5% of my account. All right. So now that I won, I say, all right. So if I did it once, I can do it again, right? Right. So no, no, you can't. I mean, you can, but the probability of winning again are lower than failing. Right. So it depends on your strategy, but if you take another trade, let's say you went along, right? You went along, you're in a long there, and you go on long. Guess what, bitch? You got stopped out. But but you said, all right, if I won this trade, why wouldn't I risk more if I know that I'm gonna win? All right, this is not how it works because if you risk, for example, 10% of the account, all right, you go and enter here, right? Like um you're up 60% of the account. If you're risking 10% of the account, that's a lot, right? But imagine you forgot to place your stop loss, or you place your stop loss there, and this is all 10%, right? So imagine you got stopped out like that. Now you lose 10%, and that 1% that you made means nothing because you lost it, and you lost 10 times more than the last time you made 1%. All right. So this is not profitable. This is not gonna be profitable in the long term. That's why you risk little, or that's why you risk. For example, a if you have $100 and you have a strategy that is 50% win rate, for example, trading 1 to 1, you can even risk. This is just theoretically because you won't do this. I mean, if you risk the half of your account and your win rate is 50%, theoretically you will be able to win the second time and you will make it back, right? But you don't like that. You wanna make progress with that strategy, even though it's a 60% win rate and it's just a 1 to 1. You can make money from it. All right. So that's risk management. You need to watch your edge and meet your edge, and based on that, you need to know how much you need to risk. But that's on live accounts because there are rules on funded accounts that are not allowed to risk more or risk less. You need to risk use a you can risk less, but you're gonna get a payout. You gotta wait a lot. All right. So, um, the best thing that you could do, it's to first find a strategy, meet your edge, And after that, you can think about actually making money, because first of all you need to have a very nice risk management. First of all, that's the first, like the most important thing on trading is risk management. And then it's the strategy itself, because you can you can go and win some trades and then full pour thinking you're gonna win, and if you don't have risk management you're gonna lose it all, like I did so many times. I mean, I've lost so much money on trading. I mean, I made it back, but just for that mistake, because I was already a good trader. I don't know, since the beginning I was like, I was a 1 to 2 1 to 3 RR trader. It was okay because I started with supply and demand on ICT. I didn't like ICT at first. I learned later, but I do regret about learning ICT. But this is not the video that I'm gonna talk about. But yeah, so okay, if you have a 50k of evil, all right, and you wanna pass it, so how much you wanna risk? You wanna risk only the 1% of the account, all right? 1% of the account. Fuck, bro. 1% of the account of the per trade, all right? Imagine you make if you have a high win rate, you can risk 1%. If you have a low win rate strategy, you are gonna risk. This is just example, right? 0.5% of the account per trade. All right. Imagine you go and you win a trade, then you're gonna have, depends on how much your RR is, but let's say if a 1 2 3 is gonna be a 1.5% return if your trade is right. All right. And if you lose one trade, you are just losing 1%. Oh shit, 0.5%. See how long term this shit is not gonna matter. Like, it won't matter because at the long term, if your RR is higher and your win rate is higher than the losses, you're gonna make it, and you're gonna long term be making money, consistently making money. All right. So, for example, me, let's say I have a 40% win rate strategy. All right, 40% win rate strategy. That means that if I take 10 trades, I'm gonna lose 6 trades, and I'm gonna win only 4. But let's say that my RR it's about 1 to 20 RR. All right, so let's say I take a trade like this, and I lose, and I make another like this, and I make another, and I take 6 trades like this. But if I make a one trade like this, imagine I lose 6. We're gonna make a rest. 20 minus 6. How much is it? It's fucking 14. All right, like 14 RR within just one trade. All right, if you win only one trade, and let's say you already lost. I mean, you're not gonna win and lose this, like, you're not gonna win and lose, like a win, lose, and win, lose. No, it depends, all right? But if you make one trade like this, if your average RR is this, and you make 6 trades, this will be 14 RR. So imagine you risk 0.5%. I mean, you risk 1%, you lose 6%, right? But if you make one trade like this, 6%, 20 minus 6, it will be 14. That's 14, and that's what the profit, like the net profit you will get just from one trade like this. All right, if you're risking the 1%, that's how your your edge works. That's how RR works. All right, I hope you guys understood this, because it's very important, and this is gonna pretty much determine what kind of trader are you. If you don't like to lose, if you don't like to take the L and see the price going through your stop loss, then I would recommend to go for a strategy which is low RR, high win rate, or you can do a high RR medium win rate, but if you can master it, like me or some of my friends, you can even do and go and try a high RR trades with a high win rate, with only A plus setups. Like you cannot you cannot trade A plus setups and have you cannot take like trust setups and have a high win rate using high RR. All right, you need to be very picky with your trades if you want to make money with high win rate, which I really fucking love because you can make a hell of a ton of money really quick. Or if you get FOMO, you can lose it all right. So this was the first video of the free bootcamp, guys. I really hope you understood something about the risk reward and how it works and how the statistical edge works. And I'm gonna post the next video within the week, or maybe now, I don't know. But I really hope you guys understood something, and peace.